Get me on some anti-aging shit. I don't want to die.
Well, here's
Let's
another
talk about
one.
Dana White. Dana White said
you got to stop drinking.
Okay,
this is why I want to. We'll get to Dana White, but this is why
we should tell him what Andrew Huberman told him.
What did Andrew Huberman tell you?
We called Huberman. We were on the phone with him during a podcast, and he had just posted that week about he'll have like topics and themes for his podcast, right?
Yeah.
And it was just all about alcohol, and he was basically like, there is just clear data that is undeniable that alcohol has negative effects on you, and it is undeniable. And here's all the data, breaking down how it affects the brain and the organs of the system. And then he's like, well, I mean, like, what can I drink? And Andrew's like, well, yes, studies show that if you want to have 1 to 2 drinks, and Bert's like, he goes, a week, and Bert's like, a week. He's like, that
a week?
Well, that's what Andrew's saying. That would be fine. And Bert's like, a little bit more.
There was actually a study recently.
You're cutting out, Andrew. I can't hear you.
There was a study recently that linked a decline in cognitive function to abstinence from alcohol.
Decline.
Abstinence from alcohol. Yeah, dementia decline from alcohol is correlated with abstinence from alcohol. See if you can find that, Jamie.
Correlated.
Yeah, no, they think that people who don't drink alcohol. I don't know if correlation doesn't equal causation, right? But there's some sort of a connection. I think it's a relaxation thing, and I was talking about this with my dad last night, my stepdad. He's actually my dad. I should call him my dad. We were talking about. He raised me.
There's a lot of past going into that statement.
Well, he's a great guy. I love him. But we were talking about it. Like, he has always been a guy, like, after work, works hard, has a drink.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. Just relaxes. And I was like, I think there's something to be said for that. I think there's something to be said for just the way it makes you feel. Increased risk for all-cause dementia in people who abstain from alcohol. A recent Addiction Journal paper, researchers performed an in-depth analysis of the alcohol-dementia relationship and determined whether certain levels of alcohol consumption increases the risk of dementia. And so they found out that there's an increase in dementia. Dementia generally affects the elderly and geriatric patients, blah, 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 blah. Global presence of dementia, what does it say here? Excessive alcohol consumption in midlife, Bert, can cause significant neurotoxic effects on the brain as compared to other risk factors such as high blood pressure and diabetes.
No.
Despite these different reports, views of population-based observational studies indicate that alcohol-dementia relationship is J-shaped. More specifically, low levels of alcohol may provide some...
What are you pointing to Ari for?
J-shaped. More specifically, low levels of alcohol may provide some benefit in reducing the risk of dementia, whereas excessive alcohol consumption, Bert, likely increases the risk of dementia in a dose-dependent manner. So I think there's something about, like, you get home, you fucking hard day at the office, have a cocktail, you're like,
that's how I do it.
I think relaxation is so goddamn important.
Yeah. That's my brand.
Yeah. Massage therapy.
Yes, just enjoying life, man. You remember I texted you when I was in Italy on vacation? Or
yes,
I
did. I've never seen you happier.
I was like, I was drunk. I was eating pasta. I felt so good.
Yeah,
I felt
away from all responsibility.
With my family, looking at the ocean.
Yeah, that was rad.
What the fuck is it about the ocean? There's
it's
something
so different.
about
it's so relaxing.
We spent the summer at the ocean, and here we live on a lake. There's no comparison. Lakes are rad.
Lakes are nice, but ocean is the motherfucker.
It is
That's
a totally different thing.
I got a house once for 3 months when I was in Malibu. We were getting our kitchen remodeled, and I said, well, let's just rent a house. We rented a house on the water.
Wow.
It's fucking amazing. You're eating breakfast, and the water's right there.
You just stare out at it.
Those rich people aren't stupid. Dude. There's a reason why they're paying fucking $100 million for a house
Malibu.
that's like on a quarter of an acre.
The ultimate was, we'd always talked about surfing, and I've always wanted to surf. So I set a goal for myself. I had 2 months off, no touring. I said, I'm going to go to Hawaii at the end of 2 months. I'm going to lose weight, get into the 240s, and I'm going to because my hardest part is standing up on a board when you're fat. So I lost the weight, flew my daughter right before she went to college, my sister, my cameraman, and my assistant down. We all went to Hawaii, stayed at Turtle Bay, did Jamie O'Brien's surf experience, and I surfed. I surfed fucking solid 2 days, caught probably 25 waves, and there is a genuine, surreal connection with the earth when you're on a board sliding down a wave.
Yeah.
And you're moving over on the wave and you're just watching it. It's the coolest fucking thing that I've ever done. And then you look at these guys like Nathan Florence and Kai Lenny and Koa Rothman, who they're like fucking savages, and they're going into Jaws, towed in, and you're just like, or
Those guys
that
are wild.
That's a different thing, though. That's a different thing. Those
extreme.
guys are adrenaline junkies to the extreme.
But the connection those guys have with the ocean,
Oh, yeah.
is so primal